The following program is meant for mature audiences only.
Watch your fucking kids!
You have been warned.
Welcome back to Beards on Gaming. How are you today, Mark?
Very, very tired.
We're doing this over Discord again, if you guys couldn't tell.
Yeah, because some conflicts came up in scheduling that have also led to my current state.
Which is dead on the bed.
Dead on the bed.
So, go ahead.
The part of Mark today will be plagued by the spasms of his currently decaying corpse.
So today we're talking about... We're just bullshitting, but we're also going to be talking about the new patch for Final Fantasy XIV.
More the former than the latter.
Patch 5.2 Part 1.
I didn't understand the Part 1 part, but alright.
Oh, this is Part 1. There's going to be more added later on.
Yay.
With it comes new main scenario quest. Shut up, phone. New main scenario quest. New Beast Tribe. Ruby Weapon Boss. Edenscape Boss Rush. And more things down the pipeline. I could be forgetting things right now.
Ah, well.
It came with a lot, honestly. A lot of, niche stuff.
Yeah. A bunch of story quests, a solid progression of most of the stories for Eden and for the main scenario, as well as a very popular visitation for a new boss.
Are you talking about Ruby?
I'm talking about Ruby.
Oh, yeah. Ruby's really fun. You gotta try that when you can.
Yeah, that's one of the only things I have not yet done, because I'm, a scrub.
How familiar are you with the 1.0 story?
Almost none.
Do you know who the White Raven is? Nail Van Darnus, I want to say? It's Nail, the White Raven. How familiar are you with him?
You can keep saying whatever name you want, and it's not. I just don't know what you're talking about.
For anyone who's unaware, 1.0 was the game that came out before Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy XIV original was so bad that they actually blew it up and re-released it as A Realm Reborn, but they kept the storyline. So the original final boss in it was the White Raven, Nail Van Darnus, and he's the one that brought the fucking meteor down to Eorzea.
Woo!
He became tempered by Bahamut and became a primal himself.
And is that Primal Ruby or what?
No. He became kind of half man, half Bahamut sort of thing.
Okay.
But it's very important you know who the White Raven is before you fight Ruby. That's all.
Okay. Is what you've just told me about him sufficient?
Basically, as long as you remember that he was the final boss and he was tempered by Bahamut and he's the one that brought the meteor down on Eorzea.
All right, fun times. I mean, that more. No, I mean, I got that part. It's just I was kind of expecting to be like, hey, look at this! The Final Fantasy VII remake's right around the corner, guys.
That too. He was kind of a weird counterpart to Gaius's strict military code, and when Nail was just a fucking psychopath.
So it's more like what originally La Habrea was kind of coming off as.
Yeah, kind of.
That seems to be the general gist.
No, but Ruby's fun. What did you think of the main scenario for this patch?
Pretty solid. Some fun character moments, a decent progression of the story, enough little lore dumps for it to keep things more or less interesting.
Yeah, I
don't want to give away too much.
It brings up more questions than answers, honestly.
Which is, at this stage in post expansion content, that's kind of what I expect.
You find out more about Hydaelyn and Zodiac summoning and the fact that a person had to become the heart for each.
Mm.
So what was his name? Do you remember? I forget.
Oh, I mean, which one are you talking about?
Heidelin's heart.
Presumably, Venat.
Yeah, Venat. We don't know who Venat is, but we found out that person was going up to be Heidelin's heart.
It's very much the first time we've ever heard that name.
Yeah.
And then they also mention it's like, we wonder how is this what the consortium first felt about Elidibus.
Yes.
And that's supposed to be your big drop, is that,
Either Elidibus has been Zodiac's heart this whole time, or his predecessor was.
Elidibus may or may not still exists.
Yeah.
In any meaningful way.
So it kind of sets Elidibus up to actually be a major player, and why he might actually be a threat.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking after Emmett Sulk, with like how much of a threat could one more Ascian actually bring, and you find out that he's probably the Ascian, he's probably Zodiac.
And then we're gonna meet the Shin Ascians later.
The Shin Ascians?
Yeah, like the true Ascians.
No, I hope they end the whole Ascian thing pretty soon.
Ultra Instinct Ascians.
I really like the parts with Yoshtola this patch.
Yeah, she had it appropriately enough for them releasing her gear and style on the Mog station.
Oh yeah, you saw that. Huh?
She's got a bit of a spotlight in this one, and you know what? That's good, because of the Scion, she's probably the one outside of, say, Alpinaw that I probably like the best.
Actually, I was actually considering buying her staff until I realized I'm not a black mage.
Yeah,
it's pretty. Oh, no. It's a pretty solid staff.
Oh no, I have to play this class.
I'm good. I'm cutting back my classes now that I'm leveling all the fucking crafters at once. I got them all to 20.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and I maxed out my 2 gatherers, so I'm happy with that.
It's more than I've done.
So that was fun. Did you see the preview for Little Ladies Day?
No, and I'm probably not going to. That's one of the holidays I just tend to ignore.
Well,
unless it's very specifically gives you something very worthwhile.
The 2 cosmetics with it are one of them is a really cool looking monocle. It's like a golden monocle, and another one is I think it's a corsage hairpiece. I think that's what it would be called.
All right.
I'll probably go for the monocle if I can.
Y'all have fun with that.
But the thing I'm really interested in that is one of the things you can get from the event is a stage.
Oh.
So I'm really looking forward to getting that and replacing our old crummy-looking stage in the FC house. I'm like, oh, fuck, I need that.
So you became a certain kind of person that this appeals to.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, right?
Oh. No,
but yes.
I'm really enjoying this patch. I know you haven't really tried any of the Eden bosses yet.
Not any of the new ones.
They're all pretty neat. You should hop on that when you can.
I gotta be honest, I've always had an issue with this. It takes me a while to get into endgame content, just because, especially with this game, because as soon as I got a main thing to level 80, I'm like, okay, start leveling the other dudes.
Yeah. Honestly, my best advice for you would be to gear up your machinist.
Nah.
So you can just stand in the background while I tank.
Nah. I'm getting the best advice I'm going to actually follow is I level up whatever the hell I goddamn want.
You should stick to your 4.
No.
Pick 4 or 5 and stick to them.
Nah.
Oh my god.
Because my desires are mercurial.
I have to level everything. If you level everything to 80, you get one of those black chocobo mounts.
Nice.
I don't know if that's interesting for you at all, but it's there.
Wait. When you say one of the black chocobos, you mean the ones from the first?
Yes.
Okay. The Emerald.
The Emerald. Thank you.
Yeah.
They have a really neat tune that plays too. So.
They also I will fight a motherfucker that says they look worse than chocobos. I think they look way cooler.
I was so pissed when we didn't get them because we got a mount.
We get them.
No. Listen, we got a mount in every game. So in Realm Reborn, we got a company chocobo, right? In actually, no, I wouldn't say that. I'd argue that we got the fucking mount at the end of the main story, the Magitech Walker.
Sure.
And Heaven's Sword, we got a black chocobo.
Yes.
In Stormblood, we got the Yule bird.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
And in Shadowbringers, we got jack shit.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I guess I did never notice that. Neat.
I was so excited. I'm like, oh my god, are we going to get the black chocobos? I really, really want that as a mount. Is that going to be the free mount we get? And I kept going. I'm like, son of a bitches aren't giving us a mount.
That was carrying you through all of this. That's the only reason you finished the story. Now you carry on through spite.
Maybe. Oh, no, but this patch has been fun. I'm going to try out the Beast Tribes pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Yep, probably as soon as I get to the point of leveling and crafting normally, I might properly start doing Beast Tribe quests.
What's your miner at?
Miner's 62.
62. Why don't you just do custom deliveries?
It's been so long since I've been miner, you're going to have to explain to me what that is.
Okay, so there is an orphanage in the Shire.
I loot it for gold.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What you do is you go out and get collectibles that would sell well for them. You only get 3 of them because she could change it at any time. And yeah, she sells them and you get a fuck ton of experience, and it's basically like a weekly thing you can do for a lot of experience.
And now we got to go back to, you're going to have to re-explain collectibles to me.
I'll show you when we're on because I'm going to need to tell you what the moves are, and I don't fucking remember what the moves are.
Alrighty, we'll get to that then. But yeah, so level crafters. Apparently, there's another guy I watched who plays FF14, and I remember him saying like he leveled his miner and his botanist from 70 to 80 in like a couple hours doing the new Beast Tribe quests.
Oh shit! I mean, I probably did it in about 2 hours.
Yeah,
I didn't even touch
insane.
the Beast Tribe. I didn't touch the Beast Tribe. I just did leave quests because every 3 leaves gives you a level.
That's insane.
Yeah, I know, right? And I took breaks in between to do the Crystarium quests because Miner and Botanist share a role quest for the Crystarium, just like you would for Disciples of War, Disciples of Magic.
Right.
So you just go out and collect a couple things for them. In one of the quests, I was literally shoveling shit. I'm not joking.
As you do.
Shoveling it with my scythe, bringing it back, and that was an instant level for me too.
Could I not at the very least get a better tool for this?
I'm telling you, man, like 3 leave quests levels you every single time, as long as you're well fed.
All right. Well, yeah, that goes for most things.
So just do 3 leave quests in whatever area you're in at whatever level you're at, and you'll just be 80 in no time.
All right. So at the very least, there's that. Like I've been trying to level crafters and gatherers for a while, and whatever reason, anytime I try to, I just rebound off it.
Next time, stick with gatherers to your 80, and then use them to stock up your crafters for Ishgard Restoration.
Right.
Ishgard Restoration,
when can you? What level can you start doing Ishgard Restoration?
Level 20.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yep.
Then fuck everything else.
And honestly, if you want to focus on crafters instead of gatherers, I will just get you the materials that you need for it, so you can just focus on getting 1 crafter to level 80.
Oh no, yeah, I can get crafters up there, no problem. I'm sorry, gatherers up there, no problem.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, not a big deal. But yeah.
But I'm loving all the changes. It's making everything so fucking easy for me now.
Whoa. And I can't wait to experience those changes.
You know what you should experience the next time you're over here?
What?
Mega Man Zero, because holy fucking shit.
Ooh, having fun?
Alright, so I played the first one on Game Boy Advance, I want to say?
Yeah.
I played the first one on Game Boy Advance. Not the first one, the second one on Game Boy Advance. Back in the day. I loved it. I loved the presentation. I loved the feeling of it. It was a great game. It had a great story.
Oh god, there's a butt coming in.
Like I didn't touch the first one. And now that I'm playing the first one's a pile of shit. And like the gameplay is solid. But
Yes.
a lot of the choices they decided to make in the presentation they gave it are absolute shit. So do you know how...
No, yeah, okay, you're going into more detail then.
Do you know how Mega Man games, just the stage select, you have a really neat stage selection scene, you see all the villains, and you can choose where you want to go, and you have a good idea of what you're doing.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
This one, you get a fucking text screen with words on which one you want to go to next. And they're labeled like, save this person, or infiltrate base, or find hidden base, or just stupid shit like that.
Okay.
And, which, fine if you want to air a mystery to it, but the pictures for the characters look like shit, which I know in the sequel and every other previous Mega Man game, now come to think of it, they didn't look like shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
And while the gameplay is solid, like, the first level, the boss in it is probably one of the hardest bosses in the game. And it just immediately kicks your fucking teeth in.
Now, when you say one of the hardest bosses, which do you mean?
Meaning you have nothing really to use to your advantage, and he's just as hard as all the other bosses. In fact,
is it not like a supposed to lose fight?
Nope.
No.
The best way to do it is to grind your saber. Just
Okay.
stand outside his base and grind your saber on a respawning enemy until you get to level 3 saber.
Now grinding in a Mega Man game sounds like a weird concept to me. I might be wrong though.
It's terrible. It's what could have been a neat idea. Of the more you use a certain weapon, the better it gets, but it's used horribly.
Oh.
But after you get past the first level, it becomes a lot better. It's much more about being good. Because once you get the basic upgrades to make it so you can get through the fight's fine, it becomes more of skill than, you just don't have what it takes right now.
Right, okay. Yeah. No, yeah, I can see how that would definitely be frustrating. I mean, I'm also the kind of weird asshole that would probably just sit there and level it up to max for a long time.
I did.
Yeah. And now the rest of the game becomes cake until it becomes not.
No, it doesn't become cake once you get your upgrades. It just becomes manageable. There's every single boss, if you don't know what you're doing, they'll kill you in 3 shots. I don't even say you're glass cannon because your attacks suck. You're just worthless. All the bosses hit harder than you, and you get elements, and if you don't have the right element, then you're just kind of fucked.
See, now, you keep saying this, and this sounds very frustrating, but it seems like... How do I put this? You kept playing this, yes?
Yeah, and about the 20th time on each boss, I probably beat them without getting hit once.
This sounds like a Dark Souls run.
It is. That's what I was telling you.
Yeah. So why are you down on Dark Souls? Why do you claim you hate these types of games?
I never said that. I said they weren't my cup of tea.
Okay, column A, column B, tomato, tomato. So, but the thing I took away from you decrying Dark Souls, which, whatever, it's your opinion, was that you honestly didn't like being battered around bosses for a while. Yet here you stand.
Maybe my opinion's just changing. Maybe I've just found a game that it does it slightly different for what I'm looking for. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe you should let Dark Souls tickle your grundle again. Maybe you'll like it this time.
Maybe I need to finish Mega Man Zero first. I'm not even done with the first game yet.
Fair enough.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in that, I believe.
Oof. I only vaguely remember feeling up one It honestly might have been the first one. I don't even remember.
Mega Man Zero?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember in the first one.
I didn't stick with it for long.
I haven't done it yet, but I remember in the first one, you have an escape module, and if you use it too much, then I think it activates the final mission. So
that's kind of hilarious.
I don't know if this is true. It's just from my memory because I haven't used the escape out of fear. And no, I haven't used this escape out of pure fucking fuck you.
You know. Nothing. Never mind.
This fucking flamboyant green flying asshole is going down.
Yeah. What is his name? I vaguely remember it.
Harpula.
Harpula?
Yep. Well, I'll tell you, like, my fucking Twitch gamer skills from fucking Mario Maker came in handy when I was fighting the Nubis guy. Because he has towers coming out of the sand with spikes on top of them. And the only way to get out of the towers before they both meet in the middle and crush you is to perfectly jump on the top edge of the tower and kick over it so you don't touch the spikes. So you have two walls closing on you with spikes on the top, so you got to perfectly kick off the top right or top left of it and just jump over the spikes.
Jesus.
But, dude, I tell you, by the 15th time I fought him, I had that down pat.
Yeah, again, Dark Souls veteran, you get into a very zen mode to the point where it never clicks until it does.
It's weird, yeah.
And that's my half asleep summary of those kinds of bosses, those super brick walls that you got to just bang your head against for a long time until eventually everything sets in.
It's weird. They either 2 or 3 shot KO you, or you kill them without getting hit.
Yeah. No,
those are the two ways it goes.
Oh, and I mean, there have been those bosses where I've done a run, I've walked in, and I took, like, too much damage too quickly that I'm like, okay, this run is worthless. Kill me now, please.
Oh. So, yeah, you might like it. I don't know.
No, I might go back and I might try it now with fresh eyes, because if I did play it, I played it when I was, like, 10.
Yeah, now you don't have to use a fucking Game Boy setup. You can use an actual controller.
Maybe I could, and you can stop judging me.
Oh, is there anything you've been playing?
Nothing new. I went back to playing a bit more Total War Warhammer, which, is what it is. I've talked about it enough, and I've talked about trying to get you to play it, and it just did not work. So,
I wanted to play the space one. That's the one I thought you were getting.
there's no Total War for that. Might do Dawn of War, but that's more of a RTS.
Because I'm starting to get into that fucking web series you kept trying to get me into.
Yay! That's the best way to learn the lore.
I watched part of season 2 so far.
The main thing that I showed you for is because one episode or 2 episodes were basically just Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels.
Yes. No, I watched the whole season 1.
No, I know, yeah, but that's the whole reason I showed you those initial ones, because otherwise I wouldn't have even bothered. Anywho, but yeah, so that's you might try Dawn of War. That's what you vaguely remember going back and playing Warhammer. I'm sorry, not Warhammer, Warcraft 3 at some point, yeah, like the old RTS.
I did play it. I did used to play it a little bit, yes.
Yeah, so if you wanted the space one, then you would want Dawn of War, which is just an RTS rather than a huge top-down strategy game.
Oh, speaking of Warcraft, excuse me, I saw it had a what happened.
Oh yeah, Warcraft 3 or 4. And I watched that. What happened? And it's effectively exactly what you thought it was. They set a deadline that turned out to be way more work than they thought, so they decided to move the deadline back to give themselves more time to work so that they could put out a quality product. Except that they didn't do that. They kept the deadline where it is, and it's just decided to scrap most of what they were actually working on and promise the fans and just release whatever could be made by the February release date. I'm sorry, the January release date.
Why, though?
I don't actually. You know what? I actually only was able to watch half of that. What happened? So there may have been like a reason why they were so stringent.
I'm pretty sure they didn't give a reason, but out of everything that's going on with Blizzard right now, why would you risk more bad publicity?
Because the people that once did care about actually making quality products that made Blizzard as popular as they are have either left the company or are now under the quote unquote boot heel of those within Blizzard that don't care, and those within Activision that don't care. But also, there is a less pragmatic and just way more stupid option, which is Blizzard, you're walking on thin ice right now. You really need to step up your game and actually release something that'll just appeal to the fans.
See, the thing is, when it comes down to it, I don't know if they have to.
I know, but well, okay, they don't have to. They don't have to do anything, but
I mean,
if they want it.
EA's has existed forever by being a total shithead of a company. Why should Blizzard be any different?
I don't know, David, because maybe I'd like to, because I actually have an emotional connection to Blizzard more than I do EA. I want them to be better. I remember WoW. I remember WoW when it was good. I remember Diablo when it was good.
Oh, I know.
Oh, well.
But I have to say, I don't remember a single good Blizzard title coming. No, I guess people liked Overwatch, but
Overwatch is good.
Okay, besides the Overwatch, in recent memory, what has been a good Blizzard title? Like, without any controversy.
I mean, you say without any... okay, when you say a Blizzard title, you gotta understand that it's effectively one or two titles that have just been going on for years and years and years with updates. I mean, I could say right now Hearthstone is good, but what I mean is when I first started...
of controversies in Hearthstone, yeah, no.
But that's what I mean, is that I would say Hearthstone is a good game, but it's going on so long, and there's so much surrounding it, and the community around it that has been oversaw by Blizzard is such bullshit, that it is a good game has a lot of asterisks next to that.
This one card here does everything you've previously done forever.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a good card. Let's add that to the game.
Okay, you know all those cards that we have from that one deck? Okay, we've just decided that randomly they will no longer be available for the next month or so.
Speaking of bad card decisions, so...
Gotta get back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Somehow.
Yeah, how did you guess?
Gee, I must be fucking psychic.
So I guess the new structure deck they released, which is only $10, it's made to just get and play. If you were to buy 3 of those, you could arrange the deck to be better than any deck currently in the meta.
How do you... Okay. How so?
I don't know, because I haven't picked it up yet. But I guess it's been fucking up all the tournaments, because all everyone does now is just buy 3 copies of this deck, which is $30, all 3. So like $10, $30. And just instantly has a deck that's better than anything you can get.
Yeah. I only have the vaguest knowledge of both Yu-Gi-Oh! And its tournaments, just apparently that their ban list and their balance changes are absolute shit shows.
There's basically no ban list anymore.
Okay.
I'll have that sift with you for a second there.
And
all the restrictions they put on older cards to stop them from being overpowered, they removed all those too. It's
just be as overpowered as possible, everyone.
Yeah, it's just I guess it's just a free for all now. Like, I've played people with meta decks, and you just don't play. You just watch them play with themselves for like 15 minutes before it's even on your turn. They're still playing.
Now you're mentioning this, and I can only help but think that the people that have like already structured these proper meta decks are making a killing by selling them.
Maybe? I don't know.
It's just I'm imagining like the real life cost of these kinds of things, and how certain
$30.
And like there are certain parts where like these kinds of games, maybe not card games as much, but definitely tabletop games, where without proper structure around what you can and can't do, people that just have more money to piss away on this will ultimately dominate.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember Warhammer Age of Sigmar when it first came out. So how most Warhammer works, like when they're armies, it's based on a point system. So I could have, if like we say, okay, you versus me, we both have 1,000 points to spend, and so like one of us could field 10 100-point units or 5 200-point units.
Yeah, that's a good system.
I remember when Age of Sigmar first started up, they didn't have that. It was just field whatever you have, so long as they can be on the same field together, like so they're within the same faction.
That sounds like a bad decision.
So, okay, here's this massive army because I have $3,000 to piss away on Age of Sigmar. Okay, I spent $80 on a starter set. And so, yeah. Okay, so as of right now, the point system has been implanted.
What was I thinking of? Oh yeah, and one more thing I wanted to mention. I tried out the new Dragon Ball FighterZ character.
Who was that again?
The brand new one that came out recently is Kefla. It's the fusion of the two Saiyan girls.
Yes. I vaguely remember this. I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar with Super.
She's pretty fun to play. She like fucking flies all over the battlefield, and she like has crazy like range attacks.
Neat.
It's a stark contrast to Broly, which, if you're up close to him, he just fucking dominates you. That's new Broly, not old Broly, because those are two separate playable characters.
Unlike old Broly, which if you're close up close does dominates you. Unlike new Broly.
Old Broly's weird, because he has one of those useless ultimate attacks.
What does it do?
It's a giant ball that he fires from the very top right or top left of the screen, and it just slowly travels to the bottom right, and you could just walk over to the other side and avoid it.
I could assume that a good Broly player would like be able to combo you so you're always hitting it.
No.
No? Okay, never mind.
It's so slow.
It's just like I try to assume that like certain moves always have like someone who gets weirdly good at using them, even if they seem like shit initially.
You would think, but I don't see how that or like average Goku Spirit Bomb could ever be useful when you can literally just slowly walk to the other side of the screen. The only time I ever hit it is on really stupid computer players.
Well, I can hardly judge. I'd probably get by that. No, yeah, I didn't really have anything else going on this week. Like I said, a little bit more Total Warhammer. I started playing up a bit more of a run of Darkest Dungeon with a bunch of mods installed. And I'm trying to get either Oblivion or Fallout 3 to run on my computer with the mods that I've installed, because I booted up Oblivion, took one look at the character designs. They were somehow worse than I remember.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Yeah, but so I'm still working on that. But all of that is more or less. I don't want to call it.
Is there a mod you can do?
I've been looking at a couple, but a couple of them also require me to download other mods that allow character creation. It's a weird thing.
Oh, you go down the fucking mod train, and
the mod rabbit hole. It never ends. It really doesn't. But anyway, I'll work on that at some point. It's not worth talking about. But most of that has been background stuff too. Like I'll have Darkest Dungeon up and I'll be running something, and then my duty in FF14 will pop, and then okay, Darkest Dungeon is on pause while I do this.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh no, that's how I usually do things.
It's very time efficient.
Yep. I don't have time to waste.
But
that's all. I have a couple things on my radar coming out in March, but beyond that, I don't really have anything going on right now.
Yeah. All right, I think that's it for this episode.
Yep, we didn't have too much. Just FF14 patch and a little bit of bullshitting about normal, random stuff.
It's better. It came out better than you thought it would, Mark.
Yeah. I'm going to go pass out now.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Peace, guys.
Goodbye, everyone. I'm sorry I'm so tired.
Nah, you're good.
No, I'm not.
Bye.